what of the office Christmas party? Because the Minister for Health, Stephen Donnelly, was refusing to be drawn over the weekend into saying very clearly, don't hold one. But the lines to read between were pretty wide.
I think they were. I think nobody likes to cancel Christmas, and no politician would like to cancel Christmas. But I'm a doctor. I have no such issues. I think that we have been told by NPHET to try and limit our amount of socialising to a certain extent. Now, if there's a choice between a family Christmas, having Christmas with your family, and an office party, which one would you choose? I think most of us would choose our actual family. So I think you have to be discerning. I suppose if the problem then gets into a little bit more issues, is it better to have an unofficial Christmas party or an official Christmas party? Then that depends on the actual circumstances that you have. I think if you have a gathering of 10 people in a controlled environment in a restaurant that asks for your COVID digital cert, is that better than 15 or 20 going into a bar and singing and kissing under the mistletoe? I don't know which is best, but I think that I would probably say it's better not. But if you're going to have an unofficial Christmas party, don't. And if you're determined to have a party of some form, have it in a controlled environment where all the COVID measures are there, and you can still have an enjoyable night.
One of the issues, Denis, is that the office Christmas party has a capacity to obligate people who otherwise would be on their couch at home. There's a lot of people who feel, it's the office Christmas party, I'd better show up, and you get attendance.
I think what I'm saying is that it's probably better not to. I'm being Scrooge here. I think nobody wants to be Scrooge. I think I am being Scrooge. It's probably better, but if you're going to have a Christmas party, if you're going to have it, you have to look at if it's done under a relative, if you're going to do it well. Don't have an unofficial. That person on the couch will say, well, I know everybody's having, it's not obligatory, so I would rather not go. It is okay to say no, but if I would rather have a controlled Christmas party than an uncontrolled Christmas party.
And what of the issue of timing? Because again, the Minister, when asked about it, what he was saying was, well, we should hang on for a minute effectively and see how things look. But of course, the danger is if the peak comes deep into the end of November or early December, that tends to be around the point that these Christmas parties are actually happening. And you could end up with people booking for exactly the most high-risk period.
Yeah, listen, I think that I think that if you go on the principles that I think we're getting obsessed about the Christmas party. I think if you're going, if you enjoy your socialising coming up to Christmas, but make it a unique event, make it a very ordered event. I think those are the general principles I would follow. I think that from a point of view of organising it, I think the first hedge is, do we really need to? The second hedge is our office population over 10? Then you can only have 10 at each table. So probably think about doing it. Think very carefully about doing it first of all, and if you decide against it, that's fine. And if you do proceed to go, make sure that the important thing is that you do it in a very planned way and that you enjoy it, but you still do it in a very planned way. You can still have a very enjoyable office party, I would imagine, but it has to be done in a very planned way. And the number one thing is that the COVID digital cert, I think over the weekend there's been discussion about it. I think we are essentially quite open, but we've asked the general population and the hoteliers to do very simple things. Follow the public health guidance, and when you go into an indoor dining situation or an indoor hospitality situation, that you only allow people in who have COVID digital certs. Now that's not happening in probably 1 and 2, 1 and 3 of the situation. Now that's not acceptable, and I think that all we have to do is to look at the control population in Northern Ireland that don't ask that. They have much higher levels than us, and I would hate to think that we would get to the same level as Northern Ireland because people aren't people who were very vocal about opening up hospitality and how important it was, who reassured us that they were going to be very reasonable and sensible about that, and they're not doing that. That is totally unacceptable.
And it is your view that it is to that large an extent that between a third and a half of hospitality locations which should be requiring certs aren't?
I think that was quoted to the minister yesterday, and I think I can only go. I think it was the yes or I. I'm not sure, Anton, but it was an official statistic. So that's disappointing.